All right, all right. Test, test, test. We're gonna try something out tonight. Oh, we're about to try something. About to try to broadcast the Twitter space, the rap token, the rap heads Twitter space um from Zoom while we're doing the space. So I do the Twitter space on my phone and figure this will help get more exposure for it. And it'll just help me test out streaming to multiple services. Right now I'm trying to stream from here into Twitter, into Facebook, to our Facebook page, to the Facebook group, to our YouTube channel, to the Dragon's Pitchfork YouTube channel, and I think to IG, maybe one more, but just gonna test it out for the night. So maybe somebody jump on, some maybe somebody won't. Yeah, that's cool. I just had the idea a few minutes ago and figure let's see what happens. All right, I'm getting ready to jump on the space, see if it's open now. So I should shoot a shout to the Discord room. Should we send a link just in case? You're not gonna see it. I'm gonna set that to the whole Discord, but maybe not this time, although we got a good crew in there. I need to set up the mic too, so I'm not yelling, but I'm kind of trying to keep it calm and quiet anyway. Yeah. We're gonna join the space from GRYSKLL account as well. That way people recognize the account and follow, so they'll get notified when we start letting the good news is be known. Yeah. So I know you're just watching me sit here. If anybody's sitting and watching me, but I'm trying something out. I'm testing, broadcasting everywhere while we do our Twitter spaces. Black Twitter is still trending. It was trending this morning on Twitter. Trending in Maryland is Gaithersburg. Why is Gaithersburg trending? Condo explosion. Oh man, I hope everybody's okay. Man, that's so scary. Hope everybody's good, man. All right. Yeah, somebody get this to Nas. Right. You are absolutely right about that, man. You're gonna love that. on sports. Follow Grayskull. Got to give them a follow back. That's Kareem's fellas doing a sports podcast from South Carolina. Yeah. All right. Come on. Let's get ready to join. Should be coming up any minute now. Was it 7 o'clock? Yeah. Got to get in here. I don't get into the GRYSKLL account on Twitter much. So got to get in here and do a little engagement from time to time. Make sure we build this up. So this is one way we can do it is by broadcasting and showing what GRYSKLL has to offer. I think I have this tweet stream set up to stream from here to Twitter for GRYSKLL and my own Twitter, I believe. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I'm trying to type it and see at the same time. None of this is playing, so okay, show me the stream. Let's see. Facebook, IG. Yep, supposed to be going to the GRYSKLL Twitter and my Twitter. Yeah, and then going to our YouTube channels, the Dragons Pitchfork YouTube channel and the GRYSKLL YouTube channel. Also going to my personal Facebook and the GRYSKLL Facebook page and group. All right. I'll keep repeating myself in case anybody happens to jump on and is just wondering what's going on. Saying the stream quality is fair, though. That might not be a good sign. I am on Wi-Fi. I would normally be on a wired connection if I was doing something like this purposefully and intentionally. So hopefully the quality of the stream isn't too bad. All right, let's see if the space is up now. I want to make sure I'm watching the Zoom to see if anybody's jumping into it. I hope I don't have it set up. Yeah, I don't think I have it set up to gatekeep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, give ping out real quick. Pause this real quick. Um, so we got a new single as of last Friday. Everybody knows, if you should know, it's Grayskull. We dropped America in Cursive last week. It's on Bandcamp. And why don't I just go ahead and let that play for a minute? Let's go. Share a little bit of Chrome with you. The cover art by Q, also the second MC. Nope, third MC, last MC on here. So grayskull.bandcamp.com, as you see up there. And boom.
You can do it, that's what they say in America. Your life ain't ruined like the homes in your area. Code for paradise, these bungalows are miniature. Social security number and signature. Changing the symbol for integer. Claiming like Columbus Christopher. Zen Franklin, make company with pictures. January 6th, I didn't see no triggers being pulled. You thought I was gonna say niggas. Proud boys that damage their livers. Robbing the hood, minus the quivers. Real intimacy is hard to find. The things I find meaningful are hard to rhyme. Approval, encouragement, acknowledgement. Removal of government is obvious to me. You can do it, that's what they say in America. Your life ain't ruined like the homes in your area.
They pushing demon time, yeah, we clocking them out. They push polarity, we speak, we got in the sound. Choose unity over scrutiny, change conditions by reclaiming the system. We part for mutiny, loud so the sounds would echo. We find the sounds of life inside the concrete metals. Focus on the better things and vibrate with fresh petals. Plantain leaf on the lashes from the nettle. Help information settle, misinformation got the nation pacing with hot metal. Tampered imagination, they tell us what to dream till we smile in the kennel. Cough up a lung where I'm from like Jay-Z with bellow. So I drink Damiana leaf and mix it with fennel.
Question, how can you divide what was never united? If I aspire to eat the rich, am I then inciting a riot or dinner party in which 99 is invited, but lack of history knowledge just shows that we'll never try it? Or backbone? Or maybe it's just complacency. Maybe we need a catalyst for reducing the latency of Brown Hawk. With the mic, 18 and angry, I made it through 45. I deny the culture that shaped me. Dream is a fallacy. I stay woke within, you come after me. I'm not fighting no battles, I'm only practicing mastery. Whips, chains, and money. That's checkmate, player willingly in the matrix, replacing cotton with data next generation. Avatarians in the making, detached or not. I'm a ghost in the machine of enslavement. Wake up, wake up. And witness the face of the pharaoh. It's easy to claim America the great at the end of a...
Sir Q, man. We close that out strong. What up, X?
What up? What up? How's it going?
All right, man. Mizzo said he's jumping on. I'm gonna try and turn on a mic too. I don't feel like being screamy tonight, so it should help. How's your day, man?
Pretty good. Getting a lot done. Starting to realize how big this project actually is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yo, be careful how much you say. We're on live. So first thing I have to say is what project?
Oh yeah, what project?
That's dope, man. And I'm realizing more and more through everything you've been doing. Like I'm like, wow, I wasn't thinking big enough. And that even after the conversation I think we had last night, was it last night or the night before? I was like, wow, I still wasn't thinking big enough. So yeah, I'm excited, man.
Yeah, it's every day. It's every day. Like, and it makes me think bigger too. Like I say something and she's just like, no, how about this? And boom, it's like something totally different.
Scale,
like,
right?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man. We amplify and magnify each other, man, in a lot of different ways. Man, I didn't get a chance to check out your reference before all this, man. We had to run to the house so I could go get the model number.
It's all good. I just dropped it in there right before this.
Okay. Yeah, but you excited about it?
Bro, even I mean, I'm not gonna lie, even the reference sounds pretty good, and I didn't mix it at all. I just lined it up.
That's beautiful, man. I love it. That's how it's supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned, man.
And
Uh,
like, I don't say that stuff about my music. Like, this is the first time I actually think that this sounds good.
really? Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah, like all my other songs, I didn't want to put them out because I didn't think they sounded good.
hmm And this one, you're like, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. That means a lot, man. I'm still always on the fence about everything I put out. I've had one verse where I've been like, yeah, that's almost good enough, and that's coming. But man, I that's a big accomplishment. I know how big of an accomplishment that can be. So
I
happy for
mean,
you, man.
it's definitely because of the beat too. You know, it's a really good beat, so it helped me a lot.
Yeah, I listened to it. And I listened to the beat. I was like, yeah, he chose the beat well. So you definitely did very well in selecting what to rhyme over. So I'm eager to hear it, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if that's part of what we're doing this evening. If we're doing that, I don't know if the space is started. Are you keeping tabs on the space?
No, I don't know.
Okay, let's see. Maybe it's up now. No, not yet. I know he's coming. He's getting it together. All right. He says he's jumping on here too, I believe. So let's see. Did he launch it from his other account, maybe? This is hip hop, y'all. This is how we do it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you got it open under his account. All right. Boom. We're going in.
Like, he's an honor student. He's a fucking badass football, like badass in football. He's like a champion at wrestling, and he just popped again.
So X, I guess we should probably mute on. He's put me up. Probably mute on here, right? We'll mute you on here so we don't get feedback if you're going on the Twitter space. You're going on Twitter, right?
Oh, I didn't even think I forgot about that. So we're all meeting on Twitter.
Yeah, well, I mean, but they're already on there. If you want, then I can. If you're not on there, then I can just let you hear through here, and we'll just speak through here. As I'm trying to test this, in case Kareem wants to jump on as well.
Okay.
If you'd rather go on through Twitter, then just mute your mic on here, because you'll be playing through here. And that way, we don't have you looping.
Okay.
All right. Oh man, hold on. What's going on? There we go. My bad.
You're definitely right about it. That happens.
Yeah, it comes out. It comes out.
Who knows? Maybe that young brother needs to end up writing or painting.
Right, exactly. Oh, dude, he draws too. That's the thing, dude. The kid's so talented, but I think he got overwhelmed.
Well, it sounds like from an outsider perspective that not a whole lot of people know what was going on with him. So
right, and that's the sad part. Like, I feel like they're really involved with him, but maybe they're just, I don't know.
Peace and good evening. How's everybody doing?
What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing, fellas and ladies? Sorry. How y'all doing?
That's right. Dang.
Yeah, I think you were trying to add me on earlier, man. I think I was trying to do 3 things at once, and I think I dropped the ball or whatever. I hope you weren't getting nervous, man.
Yo, I jumped on it like at 4:07. I did the same thing as yesterday. We had a meeting. Remember yesterday's meeting? Yo, the same flex, yo. It was like, it was 4:07, 7 minutes late.
Ew.
But that's what happens, man, when the grind is real.
Yeah, man. When you in it, man, deep in it, man.
Yo, Lil Vibe, what up? X is here too. Big shout out.
XX.
Pragmatic.
They got X on Zoom with me. We're broadcasting. I'm trying something tonight too. I'm broadcasting this to a few different places: to Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and IG. Just trying to see what we see.
This is getting broadcast right now.
Yep.
Okay, what's going on, everybody? Good.
Yeah.
That's perfect, man. More reach, the better.
Yeah.
But yo, let's run a quick intro then. I go. This is your brother King Mizzo. Got brother Dragon here, and we have what we're running here is called the Rap Heads Weekly Spaces, where we try to highlight a musician, we try to highlight some music that's popping, and we try to tap in with an NFT project that resonates with what we're about. And what we're about as Rap Heads is we're a collective that represents hip hop culture and social impact, meeting in one house, and that house is powered by Web3 technology. You know what I mean?
Yes.
While you can find it on the streets.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense, brother. And I'm Dragon's Pitchfork. I represent a crew by the name of GRYSKLL. We go kind of tag ourselves as a form of hip hop group therapy. We are here to bridge the gap between distress and support for some people. Some people aren't really interested in looking toward going to traditional counseling routes and all that, but we still need to find some way to deal with whatever we're going through in life. So we're kind of finding ways to find alternatives for people until they can find a way to get something that really, really works for them. So people aren't left out in the cold, and we do that through hip hop. Met up with King Mizzo because we both shared a passion for Web3, and we found out we've got passions for a whole lot of other things together as well. Just like you say, Mizzo, it's hip hop times social impact, right, bro?
Yo, that's what it is, man. Hip hop means social impact. Let's go. And that's what's important in this space. Like, we want to make it a regular thing. This space as well. It's like, yo, pass through. It's an open space for us to discuss whatever. We have these themes that we're gonna try to touch on weekly, so there's some direction. But whatever happens freely. You know what I mean? And having a space where people who represent hip hop culture can come through, having an additional space where you can come through and just speak your mind is beautiful. I know GRYSKLL you guys have your weekly spaces, but the more the better. And it's important for us to have these spaces where we can speak with each other openly. You know what I mean? Because we're all going through something. You know what I mean? At all times.
Absolutely, man. No need to do it alone, especially when we got music as a common thread that binds us all, man. So we're here to rock and do our thing tonight. We got a few guests with us this evening, right? We got do we have a music focus for the week? And we have all right.
We do, but right now I want to give you a special shuttle. We have a special shuttle from a friend of mine named Mandarin Cookies.
Ooh.
Just want to say hi,
What's up, Mandy? How you doing, Mandy? Good to see you. Damn. Okay. Well, shit. I'm over here enjoying some fresh water. That's about all I got, man.
It's copped up a lung right there. Jeez.
Oh man.
But yo, Rap Heads, Q1. Before we go anywhere, Q1. We're about to do something. We're not waiting. We've waited a year since we've launched, almost a year. What's going to happen in Q1 of 2023 is all our Rap Head memberships that we have, the remaining ones will be burnt. Whoever has a membership before then will be original founding members, which will come with mad utility, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's going to mean something. And at the same time, whoever is a member by that point will end up receiving one of our, minimum one of our PFPs. As you can see, my profile picture, that's one of the PFPs. There's going to be 8,888 of them. They're all going to be unique, and they're going to be gamified very soon. And we already have a game by Blazing Zoomer started on Sandbox. It's 50% done. Once we launch the first PFP, the pop-up on Q1, at that point, we'll invite the community to come add on to the Sandbox game, add on assets, add on ideas of how else you want to gamify it, add your music to the parcel, add your music to the land, add a venue representing you or your brand. And it's really going to be something that's owned by us again, you know, because Rap Heads is built by the musicians for the culture, you know what I mean? So that's what we're doing, and I'm really excited about that. And another guest we have in the house I'd love to speak with you in a minute. It is we got Hip Hop Crypto Club, and the brothers right there, working with Culture Keepers, have been working on something dope that I've been blessed to be invited to, and it's called Rap Mints. So that's going to be something that's going to benefit the entire ecosystem of the culture. You know, if you represent hip hop culture and you're in Web3, we're going to have a home that understands the culture when we mint things. So it's not just about minting the product, it's about us minting the product ourselves while we empower ourselves as a hip hop community and we put the culture first. So that's what Rap Mints is, and I'm really excited to be a part of that and to know that our whole ecosystem is automatically a part of it. And I'm excited for everyone to learn more about it. So we'll definitely get more in depth soon.
Absolutely.
And those are some things I want to bring up before we start. You know?
It's all beautiful, man. All beautiful. So where are we going to start with tonight then, man?
Theo, let's talk about the mixtape for a minute.
All right.
Actually, hold on. Tuning in NFTs. Are you okay to hang around for a minute?
Ish. It's actually the weekend that my guy and myself don't have any kids on deck, so
Hey.
I am eager to get to him. But that being said, I got a little bit of time.
Okay.
That's
no,
beautiful.
I get that. That's important. Kids are beautiful to have around. You know what I mean? It's such a blessing. It's so recharging, but it's also, you have to be very tentative. You know what I mean? And you have to pay attention. And it's nice to be able to have some
recharge,
some adult energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that recharge time is vital, man. I know how important that is. Congratulations. I'm glad you got that. It's a good night to be with us.
Yo, I'm telling you. So let's talk about the mixtape quick fast then.
All right.
We have a mix. You want to break it down a bit, brother?
Hey, man. I mean, I don't want to overtalk it because it's what is it? It's Don't Overthink It, right?
It's Don't Overthink It, yeah. But since it's done, we can think about it slightly.
Yeah, absolutely. We're done through phase 1 of Don't Overthink It, and that's a mixtape we decided to do 2 weeks ago, right? On this space right here, we decided that the people that were on the space, we heard a lot of talented brothers and folks on the space, and figured, yo, we should just throw something quick together. Don't overthink it. Let's just have fun and just put a project together. That ended up becoming the name of the project, and it's going to become a series of mixtapes that we're going to release through basic normal distribution means, I'm sure, and also as an NFT, or maybe exclusively as an NFT. I'm not sure we even decided, because we decided not to overthink it. So I'm not sure which route we decided to go with. Do you remember which way we decided to go with it, bro?
Well, this is what we were discussing. We didn't have an official vote, but I'm down to make that happen in the Discord. But I remember, as far as I remember, it was, we were going to drop it on DSPs and drop it as an NFT. And how we're going to do it is everything was going to be, so on the DSP, we'd release it through Guerrilla Music, but all the artists would own. So if there's 3 artists on one track, if there's, let's make it easier. If there's 1 producer and 3 rappers, everyone would get 25%. Yep. On that track. Guerrilla Music wouldn't even retain anything. This is a straight project that we're all building together. Beautiful. So every track would be split evenly, and the same would go for the NFT version of the drop. And how the NFT would look, that I'd love to do together. We know Senior Josh, he dropped he dropped some art. He dropped a 3D piece of art inside the page.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
For the mixtape. And then we also have Aaron from Decentral Games, who dropped a bunch of dope art.
That Johnny dropped today got my head spinning. I was in the car showing it to Yanni. I was like, yo, this is crazy, man.
Yeah, she's fire, man. Great human being, and her art's amazing. She's been there since day 1 for Metaverses. So
wow.
So that's the mixtape, and today's the deadline. So we are expecting all of the stems to be in. We got the references. If we don't, send us the stems raw if possible. Unless you're really stuck on the way you want it to be mixed, then honestly, I understand. Then send it how it is. But we're just trying to make the sound cohesive. You know what I mean? So it'd be better if it's mixed fully from one person. Yeah. So we're expecting the stems, and then bada boom, we're gonna get the tracks mixed. Hopefully, get Brother T Bear, like you're saying, or somebody to
blend it
all together as a DJ. And you just drop it. I say as soon as it's ready. We don't even overthink the date. We just drop it.
Absolutely. There's no release date. It's going to be when it's done. That's perfect. We got to pick who's going to figure out who's going to mix it all, right? That's one of the things we got to figure out, right?
Yeah, that's what we got to figure out. If anyone's listening, it's not only open to people who are official Rap Head members, it's open to everybody in the community. So if you rap, you produce, you're a visual artist, you're a sound engineer, anything like that, anything you can do creatively to add on to the project, there's still time to add on in different ways. The verses and the lyrics might be done by now, but there's other ways to add on. And if you missed out on the verses and all that and dropping a verse or a beat and you wanted to get on, I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing these on a regular basis. This is not something we discussed as a team, but I was brainstorming and I was going to bring it up to everybody saying, we should run this every 3 months until it's so natural that we're really not over them.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. I love that. Sorry, my phone went to sleep. My screen went to sleep for a minute, so I missed the last couple of words. But I get the gist of it. Is you saying trying to do it quarterly so it becomes natural, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. You know what I mean? And certain tracks that are left behind if you go on the next one.
Yep, absolutely, man. And I'm sure I just had a thought about it and I lost the thought that fast, man. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the next step. I was gonna say as far as splits go. And I hadn't talked to you about this. The thought just came up, but this is, we're doing it live, right? I say we throw the engineer in on the splits too. He get a fair share of each track. So beautiful. Oh shit, we got GBLE in the house too, man. GBLE, you dropped some fire in the thread too. We got a lot of people dropping some dope verses and pieces all throughout this throughout the thread in the Discord, man. GBLE, I've heard some dope stuff from him. I've heard some dope stuff from Damon and Kareem, obviously, and you. All three of y'all, I already knew what to expect from you guys, and you guys exceeded my expectations as usual. And then the goat, man. Who else has dropped verses in there? Expo Heaty dropped his verses in there today. I haven't heard his joint yet, man. I'm looking forward to hearing his joint, man. I'm excited. I know he's excited about that one. What's up, X? How you feeling about your verse? GBLE, how you feeling about yours?
Hey, what's going on, family? I'm just in the car driving right now, man. I'm glad to be up here with y'all. I just want to say we got some fire producers in the Rap Head community, man.
Yeah, you are not lying, man. We got some serious producers in there. We got some serious MCs in there too, from what I heard, man. I'm impressed by what I'm hearing in there. And
you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the digital version of Empty Handed Warriors. I don't know if I explained it before. It was that international collective where the first time I went around Europe, the first international tour I ever did, I met a bunch of dope artists, couches to sleep on. It's like people that just helped you survive on tour and gave you small events, small time promoters, DJs, studios, videographers, boom, made a list of them, Empty Handed Warriors. And we had them every time we traveled somewhere new, we gathered people, they're Empty Handed Warriors. This reminds me of the first mixtape, in a way. It's like the way it's coming together, that's what it reminds me of, so it's dope. But so the brothers on here who are spitting on it, so little vibe too. I don't know, man, life happens, so I don't know if you could get on it or not, but you were here from the beginning. You're really adding on to a lot of the ideas. So there's still a moment for you to join. It'll be dope. And if you can't, obviously next round though. But appreciate you helping this come to life just through the thoughts,
Yo, appreciate y'all, fam. Yeah, man, things moving so fast, man. Like you said, life's happening so fast. I got a 5-month-old little girl right now, man. So I'm like, Yeah, every day is an adventure. So I definitely want to. Y'all getting that is so. I need to hop in there and go through those beats, man. Cause there's a ton of beats. But yeah, if not this one, the next one for sure.
100%. So, yo, is there anything else on the mixtape, or anyone have any more ideas to add on? Anyone feel anything about the way we're gonna release it, or how the splits are working? Is there anything you want to change? We'll talk about it publicly, and then we'll have a vote in the back end.
Yep.
Hey, bro, I thought of one thing. Are we going to have somebody like host it, or is that like corny?
Oh,
That's actually kind of cool, man.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real mixtape shit, like from back in the day, like a mixtape. Yeah.
Yeah, for real, like some DJ drama, like some K Slay, DJ Who Kid.
Oh,
Yo.
yo, that reminds me of a place called the Shopping Mall in Toronto, where we would get all the bootleg versions of all of those mixtapes. It was like a little flea market area right downtown, right by the Eaton Center, by the main mall. That place shut down. That place was where like you'd get trapped in the middle of the doors. People would hold the doors in, so people brawl. No one can get in, no one can get out, and it was just something else. But we got the illest mixtapes up there. I just have to reminisce when I hear stuff like that.
Wow.
DJ Drama and Who Kid, holy, and brought us some great hip hop, man. Like I learned about some of the best artists, like because of mixtapes. Like that's how you heard of dope artists back then. It's a big part of the culture that's not around anymore.
Yeah. Shit from the days of DJ Clue and them. I mean, you go back, it's all types of mixtape posts and DJs that were just doing things. I guess depending on who we get to DJ too, that DJ might be the person that can host. But if not, I think it's a good idea to consider that, man, and see, put some feelers out or figure out who we might want to do the hosting, man. That's a dope idea, man. It gives it another layer of cohesivity.
One more thing. Speaking of the mixtape vibes, the whole Web3 space right now giving me mixtape vibes. We in the early stages of hip hop blowing up when mixtapes was the hot thing. That's how I feel like this Web3 is right now.
You're right about that too, man. It's exactly what it is. It's giving people early tastes of what this technology is really going to be able to do. And that's just like how mixtapes gave you an earlier taste of what was going to come with industry music afterwards, because industry music always kind of followed what was going on in the mixtapes. So that's a dope analogy, a dope way of plugging them together, bro. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
but don't overthink it, yo. It's dropping soon. I'm excited. Let's just keep dropping music.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah. The answers to these questions will come and land in our laps when they're ready, man. So.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll do our best. We'll do our best, and we want everyone to be involved. Just all you really have to do is get your voice involved. If you really want to let us know a direction, please just come through to the Discord. And honestly, if you don't use Discord, that's fine. You can DM me, but we want to make everything transparent when it comes to final votes and the final conversation that we're having, you know what I mean? About this, we want it to be transparent. So having it on the Discord would be ideal. But for some reason, that's not as accessible to you. You rather just use, it's too much technology. You rather just use Twitter.
Yep,
you can also DM, no problem,
Yeah, we definitely respect everybody's desire to kind of pull back a little bit when it comes to technology, man. We support it, man. So if there's a need, we'll figure it out and we'll accommodate, man.
Yo, check the new segue. Don't overthink it. Dropping soon.
You's a nut, man. You wild, man. Who we got coming on next? Who we getting into so far? We're doing some. We're gonna spend some time talking about Koinua King, right? That's the event. I mean, I think right now we definitely been a little too quiet about that this week, man. That album is amazing, dog. I'm really proud and really impressed by this album, man.
Yo, thank you, brother. Honestly, it's an important album to me. But then I was like, I was holding on to it too long. But we'll definitely talk about it. I'm excited to talk about the album, to be honest. It's just hard for me to take over like a rap head space and be like, yo, let's talk about my music
thing.
right
now.
You know what I mean? I just feel
Yeah.
I feel like a colonizer still when I do that shit. So, so it's
I feel that, man.
I try to be careful when I'm doing that.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's time right now. The album dropped, and I'm excited to share some things about it. And just like I want to hear about other people's musical reasons behind their drops when they drop their stuff. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And you've been sitting on this, and this is a big one. So I mean, do we want to let Tuned In, get their message across and talk about themselves first, and then we'll come back and talk about Cornua King after that?
I think that would be better. That way, you can go kick it with the family, and do your thing. So yeah, so let's talk about it. So a reset, right? A quick reset for the room.
Quick reset.
See, I'm getting this. So quick reset is like, so we're the Rap Heads. We represent hip hop culture and social impact in one house, and the house is powered by Web3. Onboarding people and creating accessibility is one of our main missions, and preserving the culture through having a good time is also another mission of ours, and that's what we're doing on a daily basis, even on our own. And right now we got Tuning In NFTs as one of our main NFT project guests this week. What's going on?
Tuning In. They're a little too kid free right now, I think, maybe. Hey, Tuning In,
I'm just like, I just been sleeping somehow, so I'm good. To me, It's a new day. I just had 2 days in one. If you nap in the afternoon, you just created a brand new day.
You were not lying, because I took one too, bro. I had to. I've been having to do the late night sessions a couple times this week, man. I've been needing to sleep, so yeah, I got a nice little nap in today. Yesterday, today.
That's what I'm saying. It's a 10-day week for me.
Word. That's what's up, man.
But yeah, so I know we've been building a lot since we connected online. We've been building a lot. So I want you to break down your project. But just for me to even give a quick intro is, I feel like what you're building is great for artists. It helps the artists out. And building with you and having meetings with you that surpassed the time to meeting hour. And that happens often. And when it happens, when it passes the allotted time that was been slotted, it's usually a good thing. You know what I mean? And it's genuine. So that's why it's really dope. And I like what you're building, and I believe it's genuine. I believe you're genuine. I'm no one to judge, but I'm just sharing my vibes that I'm getting. You know what I mean? So I would love for you to share what Tuning In NFTs is all about.
Tuning In. You okay? Oh. I don't hear them. I hope everybody else hears them.
Right. So, first of all, thank you for having us on the space. What's up, Drag Pitchfork? I'm going to shout out GBLE, Otis Isaacs as well. And I think that I recently connected with Nate. Anyway, yeah. So Tuning In NFTs, my name's Samantha. I'm the founder and artist of that project. And what we are is a music NFT.
My phone is not playing her
that's
audio.
uniting music lovers
One of the weird
around
things
the
that happens
world
to Twitter.
and supporting independent artists with our initiatives. So our initiatives, I'll break that down for you shortly, but high level, though, they're built around empowering independent music creatives and artists. We celebrate global culture in our community, and to be a pillar for the Web3 artists that we're able to support. So,
there we go.
How are we doing that? I guess I'll rewind
Audio's
a little bit and tell you a bit about myself. So I joined Web3. It's actually around my 1-year anniversary this month.
There we go.
And before being in Web3, I felt pretty disconnected in a general way. I feel like Web2 platforms are saturated with content that's meant to bring you down. It's hard to build relationships. And from a musical standpoint, I found it really hard to discover new music that I could really connect with. I'm in Montreal, Canada, so I grew up
going to a lot of local venues, being able to discover indie bands any day of the week. I was a big part of the festival scene for some point, and obviously grew up. I'm 37, so I grew up with a lot of really incredible music. Then the pandemic hit, and I was cut off from being able to discover anything that I really considered unique and spoke to me. So when I joined the Web3 community, I fell in love with the space first on the visual side of the space. I joined a lot of projects that were community centric, that had philanthropic missions, human rights initiatives, and I realized that there's obviously a power in building community here. And thanks to the blockchain, if we want to, we can really achieve great things. 2 months in, I found the music NFT community, and I was blown out of the water. It's been a blessing in so many ways. I had no idea that the music space even existed. It was kind of like a best kept secret. As you know, people are kind of tapping into that now, but if you've been here for a while, I'm sure you've seen that growth in leaps and bounds. So I started joining music spaces, making new friends, and being really excited about what this could mean for the future of the music industry. I was hearing a lot of really great, independent music, and it was a pleasure every step of the way. So with that, I'm someone who has a background in business operations and project management. In the Web2 world, I've been working in the corporate scene for a little bit over a decade, let's say. And prior to that, I actually studied in creative arts, languages, and literature. So the art side of things always spoke to me. Musically, I'm classically trained in piano. I play a handful of other instruments. I play the ukulele, the castanets. I have a glockenspiel and the djembe. I'm not good at any of the final four, but I like to play them anyway. Piano's kind of my thing. But regardless, between that and being someone who grew up dancing and really enjoying the music, I thought that I could do something to empower the music community that I, fell in love with along the way. So, excuse me, I'm just having a sip of wine.
Enjoy. Good.
Yeah, thank you. A little baby sip. I won't keep you waiting while I take a big gulp.
Hey, do what you do here. We're all relaxed.
So I can tell you, I guess, tuning has actually been on a bit of a journey thus far. We've been building here since April of this year. The project's been in dev since February. I basically started dreaming instantly when I found the music side of the space. And in a really simplified way, we had initially built a music distribution club. We had a soft launch in December, and I quickly realized that some adjustments were needed. So we shut down our mint, we refunded our OG holders, and I've spent the past 2 months pivoting so that we could still deliver on our mission, which is to support independent artists and to get people excited about music NFTs, right? So I can tell you now about how we've been able to repackage our utilities. I'm really excited at what Tuning In has to offer moving forward. We hit on, I think, all of the most important touch points for our music community. I realized that artists, where we wanted to support their and help their discoverability. Oh, that word's hard to say, discoverability. We wanted to find a way to continue to do that as planned, but also directly support them along the way. So our tokens are designed, if you look at our profile, you could probably see a few, branded posts along the way. They're designed to represent our Web3 community, of all sorts of backgrounds. We have music traits. We have 2 base characters, both male and female, that I think are pretty cool. It's pretty unique compared to some of the art that we've seen in this space. But the real, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like it's important to add that, not to say it's better, it's different. Now I'm like, why did I say that? That wasn't cute. So yeah, so anyway, we have, obviously tokens need to have that visual attached to them, and I spent months and months creating those visuals, but the real functionality of our tokens are the utilities. So what we've repackaged and what is applicable today is that our tuning in tokens are a club membership to our Discovery Club. We're going to be having a community wallet that we're calling the Pocket, which represents 12% of primary sales when we go to mint, and will be 25% of secondary sales moving forward. And what that wallet's going to be used for is to purchase music NFTs and then distribute them to our club members via weekly raffles. We've allocated 0.1 ETH on a weekly basis for this purpose, and we're really excited about supporting artists through this initiative. So every week we have a space called Tuning In Take the Stage, where we invite artists, regardless of them being a part of our community or not, to join us, to share their music NFTs, to talk about, the projects that they're working on. And right now it's just a very, community-centric music sharing performance space. But once we're live, that space is going to be repurposed for artists to have a chance to present their available music NFTs, and our club members will have the opportunity to vote on the ones that they want us to pick up on a weekly basis. So obviously, depending on the value of those music NFTs, we could potentially pick up a handful every week. It could be, maybe one big ticket music NFT every week, whatever the case may be. And we're not going to hold on to those. They're going to be distributed to our club members, like I said, through those raffles, with the intention of not only, inviting people to be engaged about discovering music NFTs, but immediately having the opportunity to join artists' communities that they vibe with. So that's the first thing. The second thing that we're doing is creating genre-based Spotify playlists with music from our featured artist group. Right now we're working with a little bit less, I can't remember the exact number, but close to 90 artists. And we look forward to connecting with a whole bunch of new ones. The doors are open. We're not gatekeeping in any kind of way. And what we're going to be doing is using a percentage of our revenue to apply paid promotional services to boost playlist followers and to propagate our curated Web3 playlists, so that we can start building that bridge between Web2 music, which in my opinion is not going anywhere. Those DSPs aren't going anywhere, but inviting them to be curious about Web3 and getting to know those artists on a different level. That's the dual functionality there. Right now, we actually have a discovery playlist. It's called Tuning In Web3 Indie Artist Medley, if I'm not mistaken. The words might be mixed up in a different order, but it's something like that. And we actually already have 2,000 followers or likes on it. So I think that that's a really great start. That's without even having applied any of those promotional ideas that we're really eager to get to. The third thing is we're going to be designing a metaverse club to showcase artists' work and host special events. So on a monthly basis, artists will have the opportunity to have exclusive concerts if they want. We're able to have a token-gated event. If not, it can be open to the public. But we're also going to be having, this is a little bit of alpha, it's not publicly disclosed, but the idea is to have, not only that performance space, but additional rooms where we're able to feature different club members, NFTs that are available on the marketplace, and also maybe some merch if that's applicable to the artist who's performing at any given time. And finally, we're going to be having a token-gated alpha site. I hate the word alpha, so I always kind of hesitate when I'm saying it, but that's the word that we've all become accustomed to. A token-gated alpha site that's going to maintain a calendar of the hottest upcoming projects, including metrics, historical floor prices, and additional commentary. Obviously, do your own research, but it's also going to be used as a discovery tool for our club members. So any artists that are a member of our Tuned In community and club will have the opportunity to share their allow list with us. If they have open marketplace listings, whatever the case may be, we'll be updating that on a weekly basis. And I think it's going to be a really awesome discovery tool and source of information for anyone who joins us. So I guess I feel like that was actually the best delivery I've ever done, talking about talking about that. So I'm pretty proud of myself right now. If you guys have any questions, I'm open to answering them. Right now, we've made our club accessible to everyone. That was really important. Our early bird allow list is currently live, so the token is only 0.0074 ETH. If you get in while it's still early, I think that's less than $11 US at the moment. So if you're someone who's in the habit of going out to get a cup of coffee and a donut every day, I think it's very worthwhile to tap in with us. And yeah, I'm building here. We're driven by love, and that's all. Thank you.
Wow, that was excellent. If you say that's your best delivery, you definitely nailed it. That was fantastic. I'm really excited about what you guys have to offer, and I'm already on your website digging. So thank you for stopping by and sharing that with everybody. First and foremost, Mizzo, I know we both kind of pulled our hand things out the holster at the same time. You got something you wanted to say, bro?
No. I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say it's good that other people understand what the project's about. It's hard for me to put my own, like, what I'm building myself in less words. So it's good that it's out here and we're building something. You know, there's a partnership with Rapids and tuning in NFTs of some sort already, and it says exactly to see what that bridge is made out of. We're kind of figuring it out. So again, this is a fun experiment in life. Yo, if the community can help us see things that we don't see and seeing how we can make this bridge make more sense, yo, just throw it out there at any time. You know, and if you have any questions, also please ask.
Yeah. Well, this is exciting. I mean, so how did you get started with connecting with the artists, and how engaged are the artists with what you guys are building on a day-to-day right now?
Yeah, that's a good question. So I'm someone who kind of, as I guess maybe that's the project manager in me, but I built out, the foundation and the bones of the project before starting that outreach, right? So while I was trying to get to know artist pain points and really developing something that I thought would be valuable to, anyone who's interested in discovering music, but also those that are creating it more than anything else. When I was joining those Twitter spaces, the initial outreach started in probably around May, maybe even in April right away. I can't remember, but it was pretty much immediate when we had our Twitter presence. And I would just reach out to people who I happened to hear in spaces, if I enjoyed their music, and invited them to get to know us a little bit better. Right now, we are really blessed, actually. The artists that are a part of our collective, we have a really close family vibe. We have tuning in alpha chat is what it's called, where everyone, on a daily basis, we share good mornings. People post, they share their tweets and ask each other to support one another if that's applicable, or to share their wins and whatnot. So I think that we've really built something that's exactly what I had hoped it would be. And I don't know. I'm sure that it might be fun to ask, if I'm not putting anyone on the spot. GBLE is one of our featured artists. Otis is as well, Otis Isaacs. So they can maybe speak to that a little bit more if you're curious.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Actually, it's fantastic. I'd love to hear more from them, but it sounds like you've already really developed a little ecosystem in a universe that the artists are happy to come visit and be a part of. So that's exciting. Hearing what GB Ali has brought to the mixtape alone this morning, it's got me excited, because he's brought more than just dope verses. He's brought an energy with him, and an air of, I'm here with and for community. So I'm sure if he's in your space, he's bringing that same energy there, and I know that means it's got to be a good space. So I'd love to hear if GB. I know you're in the middle of some things, so if it's not a good time, I get it. But if you got time to speak, we'd love to hear your whatever you'd like to share. And you said Otis. I don't know if Otis is up on stage. Is Otis on stage? So maybe we offer Otis a chance to jump up on stage. But yeah, I'd love to hear anything else about you guys. I'm just excited to see where the on ramp is and where this relationship matures and grows. Because I see some exciting things happening in both of those spaces, man. So I got a feeling it's going to be gas and a match.
I sent invite up to Otis. I'm gonna resend it.
Beautiful.
Let me know. Crypto Casualties up here too. What up, brother?
What up? So yeah, did anybody else have any questions for tuning in? Like I'm just itching to, especially after hearing about that mint price. I'm itching to go get my first one, and then I'm also itching to just go start digging through all the documents and learning more and more about the project and really getting you guys locked into memory. So I need to get off of this computer and stay focused on the space because I'm getting distracted with all this reading. But you guys got a dope site, and I see what you mentioned. What you mean by your artwork on the top. You've got a very multicultural banner on your page. That's really dope, and I love your logo as well.
Oh, thank you. That means a lot. The logo was something that was updated, I think maybe 5 months in. So I'm really happy. I love the neon colors. I think it's eye-grabbing and the visuals very aligned with what I think we represent. But yeah, the multicultural piece is even more special to me because it's as an artist, it was really, I felt it's like you can't draw enough traits. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are illustrators, but that I feel like you understand that as well. And I did my best to really have features that at least, in some ways, obviously none of us are cartoons, right? None of us look exactly like those illustrations, but I wanted it to be art that people could relate to and that could look like, that person looks kind of like me or like someone I know. And I think that we did a good job with that.
Absolutely, definitely. Yeah, the neon colors in the record definitely give you guys a dope feel right off the top. I see energy coming off of it. That's exciting. So, man, I'm excited to have you guys here, and I appreciate you guys coming in. Hey, Mizzo, what else you got, bro?
Yeah, I know. I know you probably had some more questions because I know we built a lot about it, but I'm gonna also tap in and definitely get my NFT. I'll get it this weekend sometime. And hold on, let me see who else is requesting.
How are the sales going so far? I mean, you guys are just minting. I mean, is it a good in during the bear? I mean, because you guys seem like you guys are really exciting and seem like this is the first music marketplace or music service I've seen that's actually got me excited in a really long time. I imagine you guys have got to be getting a lot of touch points and got to be getting a lot of excitement when you guys do engage with artists.
Yeah, artists. I mean, I'm humbled by that, but artists that we've connected with, even those that aren't a part of our community yet officially, everyone seems to really vibe with what we're doing. So I think that that's a really good indication that we've done something right, which obviously makes me really proud. We're not minting yet. So right now we are populating that early bird allow list. The market is a crazy place right now. So I know that a lot of people are eager to mint, and I wish we could go live today. But I think it's in our best interest to really take our time. We're building relationships first and foremost right now. And you can expect us to go to mint probably within the next couple of months, but we don't have a set date as of now.
Oh man, I'm sorry, I missed that part. But I'm excited to hear that then. So that means I'm going to be just sitting here on the edge of my seat then, waiting to get mine. But man.
Yeah, this is beautiful, and it's nice. So that's what we should keep doing. Trying to find more projects like what y'all are doing, build bridges wherever it makes sense, and share each other's projects in each other's spaces, and just do what we do.
Yeah.
And
I guess we could talk about some of the more exciting things about the what you guys are doing too. I mean, it sounded like there were a lot of exciting things, but the Spotify playlisting, that sounds like one of the pieces that's going to be one of the biggest draws or attractions to an artist. I mean, you guys have already built up 2,000 followers for the playlist already. That's amazing at an early stage like this. I know how people are really excited about getting on some good playlists and some dope playlisting services. I mean, this is a great chance to get on the ground floor of one that sounds like it's going to do something serious. I mean, if you guys are already at 2,000 right now, you guys are definitely going to be making some serious noise when you guys get up and running, man. When you get these things minted.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that too. And I'm actually, this is why, I mean, one of the reasons why I appreciate having the opportunity to talk about what we're doing with different people, because depending on who we're speaking with, and it's always a matter of individual opinion, people are excited about different aspects, right? But I think that the playlisting thing is huge, especially for, especially for artists. I think that most artists do have music available on these DSPs, and we know that the intention is obviously to find that freedom and to be able to break loose from the unfair compensation and shit on that end. But the reality is it's not going anywhere, and I think that it is probably one of the most powerful tools we have right now to be able to blow this space up, because I think we're all probably talking among our circles and whatnot. People are slowly trickling in to Web3, but if we can use that as a catalyst, that's huge exposure for artists on both ends of the scale. So I'm happy that you're excited about that too.
Yeah, no, that one. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier. That was one of the ones that really got me lit. I was like, oh wow, when they've already got some traction on that, and that means that you guys really understand what it takes to get artists excited too. Because I think that's what we as artists want more than anything, is just to find the right ears for our music. So anything that's going to give us an opportunity to get our music in front of more ears, so that they can find the right ears, that stuff gets our boats floating, man. So I'm excited about that. You also talked about the tuning in, take the stage. That's can you give me an idea as to like the format for that? Is this in a metaversal space? Is this IRL? Or what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so it's a Twitter space. It's really casual. I feel like you probably catch my vibe a little bit in the space now. So what we usually do, and we've modified the format a little bit as of late. So what we do is it's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursdays. We start the space off by having a kind of mini interview with a featured artist of the week. And with that, we'll ask some questions that allow us to learn more about the artist's, introduction or becoming a part of the music industry, what drives them, how they create their music, and then the opportunity to talk about, what they're doing now and to listen to what they're putting out. And then the second half of the space, that usually lasts between 45 minutes to an hour. The second half of the space is an open floor for anyone to come up and take the stage. This past week, we had, as an example, we have people who come up and share music NFTs. They share unreleased music for feedback. We have live performances. We even had some spoken word, which was a first this past Thursday, but it was really interesting as well. So basically, the floor is open to anyone who has something to share with us that falls the musical landscape.
That is
power up.
I mean, somebody like that, I guess.
Yo, that was amazing timing.
Right, but that is really dope. I'm excited about Take the Stage too. You guys are doing some serious stuff, man. I'm sorry, Miz. Go ahead, bro.
No, it's all good, man. I didn't even know about that. That's a dope spaces thing too, and just to have different vibes and genres of music is dope too in one spot. So it's like we could bring different communities there, but. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm down. Like, yo, let me go to a different type of show. Like, yo, send me to a blues fest. Yo, let me go hang out there for the weekend. You crazy? I'm vibing. I'd rather that than a hip hop fest at times. My back's in too much pain for a hip hop fest.
You wild, man.
Hey, I know Misery. Can I ask you a question? What's up? I'm Doc.
Yo, what's going on, bro? Sure,
What's
please.
going on? I know Misery. What's on? Everyone in this room, what's up? Dragon's Pitchfork. I want to call you Dragon, just because my musical past. Dragon, what's up? Listen,
What's up?
I want to sing you a song a little bit, but I want you to choose. I sing you a love song, I'll sing you Bob Marley, or I'll sing you Prince, or I sing nothing. You choose.
No, okay, you have to sing. Yo, it would be great if you sang something now.
Well, then let's go. Unknown Misery. What's it gonna be?
Hold on, Unknown Misery, eh? Is that on my
I
body?
read your whole profile, my love, and it said King Mizzo, FKA, Unknown Misery.
Oh, okay. When people bring the old name back, I forgot I had it in brackets.
I feel like somebody pulling up your ID, huh?
I miss nothing. I miss nothing. Let's go. What you want to hear?
All right, so
love song.
Hit me
Bob
up with
Marley.
Hit me up with some Bob, yeah.
Prince.
Why not?
Bob, ooh.
I second that on the Bob.
You know?
I don't hear audio.
I think your speaker's off, eh?
Oh, it wasn't me? I thought I was rugging again.
No, Doc.
Yeah.
I don't know if your speaker's supposed to be on right now, but we can't hear nothing.
Yeah, we got no audio from you. But we'll come back to you. We'll swing back around to you, Doc.
When you're ready, studio, as soon as the vibe starts, we're good. We'll let it play.
As a matter of fact, we'll do a vibe session after another reset. I want to make sure we spend a little bit more time focusing on tuning in, make sure that we close that out. Tuning in, we actually have one of our other hosts just jumping up in the room, Damon Duchan. So one of my fellow GRYSKLL members. He's a MC extraordinaire. He's actually one of those artists who I'm sure you're going to want on your playlist. This brother dropped an album in one day with no promo. Got like, 10,000 streams in one day, no promo a couple weeks ago, just randomly dropping an album. This guy's, he's definitely got he's a community builder, but he's also great at just building relationships and building support for himself. Everybody he touches is a fan of his. So he's somebody that I'm sure you're going to want to get to know. Damon, you want to say hello to Tuning In NFTs? And one more question, I'm sorry. I always ask the people about the name behind their mask, their aliases. Tuning In NFTs, I keep referring to you by your Twitter handle, but what's your name?
My name is Samantha. That's my real name. Other people know me. My other handle on my personal account is Roxy Mama. In Discord, I'm Roxy. I could tell you a little bit of a story about that. It's not long. Samantha, there's not much of a story behind it. So.
Let's roll.
Yeah, so Roxy is my alias because I am actually a gamer girl, or I was. Now I don't have that much time for it. But for, God, how long now? I guess since the beginning of time, I'm going to say for at least 20 years, I've been Roxy, destroying some stuff in in Gameland. And that name just carried through as my alias here.
Yeah, that's dope. That's actually dope. That makes even more sense as to why you'd be in a Web3 space too, and really seems like you're passionate about it. As a gamer girl, one thing I'm wondering about now is how excited you are about metaversal spaces, like spatial and all that. Are you looking into any of those spaces? Are you getting involved there? I know we've been putting a pretty heavy footprint in there ourselves, but thanks to Expo Hiti from our team leading the way. What are you guys doing or thinking about with regard to the metaverse?
Yeah, 100%. I love the idea of the metaverse. To me, that's something that, like you said, I've lived in it for quite some time. Obviously, it's different for the actual functionalities that are going to be applied in the future. But yeah, I've dipped my toes in spatial. I've been into Decentraland. I've played in the sandbox. I'm really eager for the actual graphical side of things to evolve there. And I know it won't take long, given that, obviously we see the state of video games now. It's like watching TV. So I'm really excited for that to be more of, that kind of visual experience. But outside of that, I think it makes perfect sense that this is where we're headed. Because as far as I know, I know there's Clubhouse, Twitter, but I feel like these are the only two places where people can really connect, that we're connecting the way we are today. And the metaverse just opens so many more doors. If people know, that this is the hang, and this is essentially, right, excuse me, we're building, to me, the metaverse is like this urban city. And by urban, I just mean it's populated by people from all over the place, right? The biggest central city that you can ever imagine. It's a one-touch stop for everyone around the world. So I'm pumped for what that's going to be like. And I think I touched on a little bit where we're going with that, but I can't wait to see where that is in, even a year down the line. Things change so quickly in the space. 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, it's going to be a whole new world.
Yeah, it is, man. I'm glad to hear that you're excited about it then too, because I'm just starting to get excited because of what X is doing, but also not just X. We also have someone we call Anointed Steps. That's one step to wealth in the room as well. She's a visionary, and she's been leading us through a whole bunch of different and new ways of thinking about how we can leverage spaces in the metaverse to do what we do and bring a lot of what we've got going on in the real world to a new community, and we can be founders in that community. That's exciting to us, and I'm really excited to see what place and how we really, really, really start to enjoy music in the metaverse. Like, I don't think we've even seen an iota of how that's going to really happen yet, but I got a feeling it's going to be open. I like what people like Illmind are doing, like where he's doing the listening parties and stuff like that. And as a matter of fact, Mizzo, we're having a listening party next week in Spatial, aren't we? Next Saturday?
Yeah, on Saturday in Spatial and in our DCL House of Rap.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is my first chance getting into any of this, so I'm excited to see what other people are doing there. And I'm definitely going to be excited to see what you guys do, because, I mean, seeing how you guys are rolling and how you guys are moving and what you're presenting is really exciting. So I know you've got some innovative thoughts and ideas, and you're probably going to be doing something really special in there.
Yeah, thanks. I'm so excited too. And I wish that I could show you some blueprints, but we're not quite there yet.
Same.
One thing I have to say though, just because you mentioned you're not sure, where music's place will fall in the metaverse, paraphrasing obviously, but I think that, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't gone into a metaverse where there's no sound. Imagine walking into a space like that where there's nothing but chatter or silence, So I think that music in the metaverse, regardless of the form that it comes in, is going to be the most prevalent thing and environmental aspect that speaks to you, because you're walking around and you're looking at shit in this digital world, and that's super cool. But what you're actually tapping into is the sounds and the people around you. So I think that anyone who's putting music out that can be integrated into that scene, you're early as F. And, there's going to be a place for someone to have their music shared every single place in that space.
Man, that makes me feel so much better. I mean, I was already feeling good about what we're not getting into, what we're not doing, right? Mizzo X Anointed, but now, especially considering some of the things that we've not been talking about, I'm even more not excited. Yo, D, I'm sorry, man. I mentioned your name and didn't even give you a chance to introduce yourself and say what up today, man. What's going on, bro?
Oh, no, it's all good, man. Go for it. I'm sitting back listening, catching up.
Cool, man. Well, we got tuning in NFTs in today. I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
Oh, no, it's all good. I was going to say good evening to our guests tuning in, Samantha.
Roxy Mama. Yep.
But yeah.
Tuning in.
Yeah, we missed out on that song, man. That was crazy.
I have to say, Mizo, I was thinking that we need to have some kind of, I don't know, tuning in NFTs.
Yo, we'll just make jingles. Yo, have a corny jingle. Sorry I cut you off with a jingle, brother.
No, that's a great idea.
Yo,
something we make short and sweet.
Yeah, a corny jingle competition. Yo, multiple entries allowed, because I'm going in. I'm going in, I'm telling you.
But I think our boy Lil Vibes had a crypto something, a song that was kind of
jingly. His chorus was saying something about NFTs. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was pretty good. He might have one on deck already.
No, we need the corny though. He has to get. You know what I mean?
Straight corn. Yeah, extra cheese on that, please.
Yo, Al, hit us with one. Just a quick freestyle. Let's go. Boom.
Oh man, we're gonna have a ball with that.
But you know what? She posed a good something I didn't consider is Web3 with a silence. You know what I mean? Something that's relaxing or things of that nature. I never looked at it from that aspect. I mean, they say in Japan they got places where you can just go and stop and get hugs for an hour. People will sit there and hug you for an hour just to, revitalize you. I think something along those lines is therapeutic as well.
Man, you so right about that, man. I just learned more about hugs last week. Mizzo taught me facts about hugs. Not last week. I think it was last month, wasn't it, Mizzo? When he put out a song, 20-second hug.
That single 20-second hug.
Yeah.
You remember?
Well, you said something about hug. If you hug somebody for 20 seconds, what is it that happens with your heart or something like that? Or there's something physiological that happens, right?
Well, you release serotonin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's natural. It's like science, and then at the same time, they say that you sync your heart with the other person, 20 seconds. So 20-second hug is very healing.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That makes sense. 1 hour? That's big bucks right there.
Word. Seriously.
That's a relationship almost.
20 seconds!
Yo, you were wild, man.
Oh, man. Hey, so salute to everybody that's joining us tonight. I noticed that it seems to be getting a little bit bigger, and shout out to everybody that's been tweeting it and sharing, our links and everything.
Absolutely, man. That means the world to us, man. Having the people come in who like really, really get down, man, and who are really nice with the music, but who are also just nice people too. That's dope to find, man. It's dope to find a room full of them and be able to share space with all of you guys, man. Thank you all for coming in.
And another big shout out to Expo Heedy, man. I mean, I've been looking at some of the designs and spatial, man. It's amazing.
What designs? I don't know what designs you're talking about, but yeah, that's amazing.
Oh yeah. I don't know what that is. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, what's amazing? Yeah, what is
theoretical?
I must have been dreaming. Yeah.
Yeah, in 2023, there's something that's gonna have nothing.
There's nothing.
Word, man.
It's a space. This is like Seinfeld, yo. We have a segment about nothing. You know what I mean? Where we just go in. We like really talk about the nothing that we're building.
And then don't talk about the nothing that we're not building too. See how much of a nothing you can turn that nothing into.
Nothing club is nothing.
There we go. That's the icing, man. So X, man, I don't know if we talked about it here in this space. I talked to you a couple of times today, I guess. I don't know if it was. I'm having time warps. Did we talk about your verse in here yet today?
Not yet, but I don't think they're ready for it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What's the mixtape?
Yeah.
Yo, send that, brother. Let's go.
Yeah, he's excited about it, man. He said he doesn't get excited about joints often, man. So I'm excited to hear it too, man.
Me neither. Like every song that I put out in the past, I've not wanted to do it. I'm just like, no, it's not good enough. It's not. Cause I'm a perfectionist. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is the first time that I'm like, yo, this might be something. This could be a hit.
That's dope, man. To have that feeling. D, do you ever have that?
Don't overthink it, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure you did.
But don't overthink it. That's like, that's the magic in that whole vibe. Like, there's different ways to do it. That creates a whole different form of music. You know?
Yeah.
Yo, tuning in. Yo, just cut us off anytime. What's going on?
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm probably going to drop down to listener because my man is hungry and it's past dinner time, you know? So,
That makes perfect sense.
but I wanted to thank you so much for having me today. I'm going to still listen in, but, you know, call on me if you want, but I'm going to be, you know, half in, half out, if that's all right with you guys.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just so happy that we've had you here, and we appreciate you sharing this time with us and sharing about everything you're building so far that you can tell us about so far. And we're eager to hear about the rest as time goes on. But yeah, definitely feel free to cut in if you like at any point. You're welcome to stay as long as you like, but we're glad we've had you as long as we have. We appreciate it. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, for real, appreciate it. And another thing too, don't feel, I know it's like a thing that happens, so we should make that like a transparent theme, you know, that we speak about. Yo, don't feel like you have to stick around either. You don't owe us that. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we appreciate you sharing the project. We want to hear about it as well. You don't owe us to stick around. Like, go take your time with your fams. You know what I mean? It's like, that's actually the most important thing you could do. You know what I mean? And you already know that, so don't feel obligated to even hang around, do what you got to do.
Yeah, we definitely wouldn't put that on you at all. We definitely encourage that within each other and between each other. So we definitely encourage the same for you. We're just happy that we had this moment with you. It meant a lot to us.
Yes, sir. Well said.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, you guys. And honestly, I look forward to, like King Mizo said, we're going to see what we can develop together. You know, one thing that I can say is not very prevalent in our community yet is some rap culture. So I think that we can definitely, you know, work together in some honestly awesome ways.
Definitely. Well, that's beautiful.
Definitely.
Yeah, we'll definitely bring hip hop culture to the stage for you guys.
You know, I'm gonna connect you to some of the brothers right there, Hip Hop and Crypto Club from the Ratmans. So I'll hook you up with the Ratmans squad, so you guys can connect something ASAP too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that sounds great. And much love to everyone who's here. I know that I didn't get a chance to hear you guys speak all that much, but I've noticed you, I see you, and I really am appreciative that you took the time to get to know us a little bit today. And yeah, thanks guys. Thanks everybody.
No problem. Thank you. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
And have fun with your man tonight. Enjoy that meal.
Yeah. So yo, let me talk about Kohinoor King.
Yes,
First
sir.
of all, let's reset the room.
There you go.
Go ahead.
What's up, man?
Yo, we're up to Ratheads. Ratheads soaring high through the metaverse skies. And we set the room right now because we represent, okay, I'll be serious. Ratheads, boom, we represent hip hop culture, social impact in one house, which is powered by Web3 technology and powered by you. I'm feeling hype right now. Let's get it. And now we're about to get into another segment where we just play music from people. But usually we highlight an artist. And this time, yes, I'm hosting a show, Spaces, where I've highlighted myself. Colonialism! Colonial.
It's only colonialism if you're white.
Oh, no, yo, man.
Oh, now you're discriminating on who can be a colonialist.
I'm playing.
Fucking around. I'm just playing with you. Gatekeeping colonialism now.
Let's have that stricken from the record.
Please.
Yeah, this whole show just changes up, man. It's over.
What up,
yo, but for real though. Oh, there's more requests. Yo, requests might be going wild right now.
Yeah, we got one.
Let's go. Yo, there's requests in the streets. Let's get it. Yo, people are popping up here. I get it. Yo, we're about to get hyped. I'm going to play you guys some Kohinoor King album. I'll stop being stupid. It's an album that I worked on. I was working on an album from last year, actually, after I released my first album under the name King Mizo, which is a self-titled album called King Mizo. Before this, I used to go as Unknown Misery, and I released a lot of music. Yo, so this new album, I started creating a lot of music for it. And then I had a dream. And the dream was just like, yo, like I can see a different album. It was at a release party. I didn't see any faces. It was a faceless release party. Everyone was in all white. You know what I mean? No way I'm wearing all white at a release party. I would never do that, yo. Like there's no way I'm doing that. Like takes me 2 seconds. I don't have white clothes.
You ain't wearing the white tux, me? So come on, bro.
I can't play games. I'm not wearing any white clothes. It's
Man,
2 minutes, it's over.
Yeah, I struggle to wear a white tee. I get it. I'm with you, man.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I'm an infant. I'm like a toddler still. Like with the white, I'm a toddler. It's like, I don't know how this food gets on me. There'll be food on my white shirt that I didn't even eat that day.
Word, man. I mean, my regular clothes end up with paint and crap all over them every day. So, yeah, I've given up on having anything nice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just down. Give me something like with mad colors in it. So if anything hits it, boom, it just blends right in.
That's pretty much what happens with me. You look at all my jeans, they're ripped and torn and splattered with paint for a reason, so that you can't tell what came from me or what came from a manufacturer. It works, man.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but anyways.
I be getting sweaty, bro. I can't be wearing that. Looks like I'm in a wet t-shirt contest or something.
That's funny.
Yeah,
man.
I get struggling. And the older I get, man, you know what I mean? It's like, get out. You know what I mean? Things happen. Things been happening.
Some used and damaged jeans.
Yo,
those are the joints back in the day. Used and major damage. I was just thinking about those a couple weeks ago. But yo, Mizzo, you about to hit us with something from Cornell King, man? I hope you're gonna play my joint, man. You gonna play my joint?
I just got off track.
Right, yeah, this bag over there. I don't know. So it's having a good time.
I don't even know how this ended up here, to be honest. Anyways, this album. Oh yeah, it was the listening party, the dream I had. Everyone is all white, so it was a dream. And then boom, I could hear some of the album. I could understand some of the themes. This happened to me before. An album called Sacred Soil. The last few tracks on it, I wrote some of the verses in my dream. Literally, I woke up, boom, I wrote them out. Like, I wrote the verse and remembered them. That was from Sacred Soil Part 2.
What?
Yo, 100%. Like, this is fact. Like, from Sacred Soil Part 2. And when I hear the songs, I'll know which ones again. I just have to listen to the album and I'll know.
Wow.
Yeah, that's amazing.
This time I had a dream about the album. So I woke up, I'm like, yo, I scrapped all the songs I had. Because all the songs I had, it was still coming from a place of just manifesting, just empowering the super ego. You know what I mean? And it was different. I was on a different mission. It's still the same thing, but I was like, there's more aggression in it in a different way. It was like, yo, take it by any means. I forgot the art.
Yeah.
And it was becoming a competition again. And I was like, nah, like I can't. I have to make music that's for me. I have to make music that's for my daughter. You know, I have to make music that's for my family members to understand. Hence why my mom's on this album. Yeah. She sets off the album with a prayer.
Yeah.
A Ganesha mantra. She also does another poem, recites a poem. My niece is all over it. When you hear the voice saying, yo, that's fire, fam. That's like my niece, you know.
Beautiful.
So I got my fams in it. My dad's a poet. I tried to get him involved, but this guy's acting mad Mike shy, man. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. I'm going to sneak him in on the next one still. I know I'm supposed to give him consent, but that's my pops. Trust me, he'll know. I'm just going to sneak in record a quick poem and put it on there. If he tries to sue me, I'll just give him the money. It's all good.
But you know what? Mizzo? The presentation makes it seem like a concept album. And once you get into it, it's like you were saying, you get a family feel. No gimmicks, just straight up hip hop, like from the heart.
Yo, appreciate it. And it is that. And it was like music exactly for that. Yo, my vulnerabilities are in there. And near the end of the album, I had that moment in the space where I had a big meltdown, you know, and I had to reflect on myself, you know, and it was a terrible moment, but a beautiful moment because of the lessons I got out of it. You know what I mean? And I'm still getting out of it. And it helped me create some of the final songs of the album, which made the album whole because the album speaks about all of my vulnerable moments. You know, speaks about not having my daughter and then having my daughter in my life. Because by the end of this album, my daughter was back in my life for the first time. You know what I mean? So I had to add a song just for that. You know?
Yeah.
And so I did. So I just feel like this album has a lot to do with me as a person and as an artist. Under the artist moniker King Mizzo, since this is my second album, to me, this is the album under the moniker King Mizzo that actually tells my story. But it's done in a, it's 2023 and it's done in a different way for myself. Like, I didn't want to just have it like my old stuff. I didn't want only boom bap or only this, only that. I wanted to challenge myself and have fun. So I picked beats from all genres that were fun. And I wanted to write to, and I wrote to it. And a lot of them I didn't write to. Like, you know, the songs that are like more like house and all that?
Yeah.
The freestyles, you know, and then I freestyle and then I pick certain parts and loop them, if anything. But those are just long freestyles. So, like, there's all different vibes on the album. But I made this album for me, and an album that if my daughter listens to this album front to back, she'll kind of understand my spirit and my heart even more, you know? Maybe some journey, you know?
I can definitely relate to that and respect that, man. It's definitely going through a big change or some sort of personal awakening or you know, becoming more self-aware and especially aware of your ego. It definitely changes the type of music you're willing to release and even able to make. And you definitely have to look at your old self sometimes, and it's hard to kind of bring some of that old stuff back into the present, man. So it's dope to see that you had what seems like a whole spiritual experience around creating the album, and even the name of the album, man. I don't know if you talked about it publicly since we talked to you on the first episode of GRYSKLL when you came on with us and talked about it. Have you shared with everybody what the title comes from?
Yes. Yo, please ask me these questions because it's hard for me to think of what to say about it. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.
No question.
Yo, the Kohinoor King. So Kohinoor is the gemstone. They say it's a one-of-a-kind gemstone, the Kohinoor. And they say this one-of-a-kind gemstone, the ancient Hindu gods, it used to be within their texts, you know. Ancient India, you know, during those times, back in the day, different tribes and kingdoms would fight over it. They say the gemstone would bring it to the edge of a land and by the shore or something, and it would show you the entire layout of that land. So it kind of be a satellite in a way, and it's perfect for war, or you could use it for good too. But you know, we're humans, so it's perfect for war. And so that was with the Taj Mahal. You know what I mean? Like when all the gems were stolen from India and the Taj Mahal gems were stolen and all of that. England also took the Kohinoor gem, and anytime this was brought up, like there's been there's the closest India and England, the UK has been to like going back into war or even any tension on that level, even slightly, is when that gemstone was brought up. You know, so that gemstone is something that they will not give up. They will not give it back. There's some spiritual power in that gemstone, as the stories say. And that's the story that's embodied in this. We are all that gemstone, you know, that's been either stolen or we stole it from ourselves. We hid it from ourselves, you know, or someone else moved it, but it's still our gemstone. We weren't paying attention, and now we have to find it, you know. And when you do, you can shine like that gemstone, and you can oversee everything in yourself. You know, so that's like the deepest meaning of that. But that's what the Kohinoor gem is. And since I'm King Mizzo, I'm the Kohinoor King. The story also, legend also has it that any man, any king, which is interesting right now, it's happening in the UK. Any king that has it, basically a man will be cursed or die. All right? If a man is the ruler of that gemstone, of the Kohinoor gem. So all this time it's been like an interesting thing, but like right now, look what's happening in the UK, and they still have that Kohinoor gem. You know? So if they believe in this, will it be given back for that purpose? Like, what's gonna happen with this gemstone? To me, it's like a real interesting thing, and I really believe in all of this stuff to a level. You know, I believe I'm a creative with a childlike imagination. You know, and everything's possible. You know.
Man, it sounds like you created a whole universe just with the title, though, man. I mean, like I think of, I don't know why, and pardon me if it's corny, but I saw when we went to go see Wakanda Forever. One of the previews was King Koopa from the Mario Brothers. So I don't see that type of character, but they made King Koopa look like an animal. He looked dope. But I think of just some big ruler creature over some alternate universe where there's just a whole nother world that we can't even imagine. And it seems like the album is kind of a bunch of different worlds and universes within itself, man. I mean, because you've gone through so many different types of music. You got like a clubbish house sort of feel on one song. You got 90s grit coming in on another song. You've got your boom bap in some areas. You got some trappish elements. You like traveled all over there. And you said the album came to you, or the message to scrap what you were working on before and to start this album came to you from a dream, you said?
Yeah, it was from a dream. I documented it quickly, you know, just on a voice note.
How often has that happened to you where you've gotten anything from a dream? Because I know I've gotten a line or two here or there, but I've never gotten like a full rhyme successfully. I usually come out frustrated after trying to scribble everything that came to me in a dream.
See, usually in dreams, I'm solving the most intricate problems, and I'm a genius. And then I wake up and I'm like, that's not even a problem. Like, you know what I mean? But when it comes to music, though, it was Sacred Soil too. That album is the only time that I can recall that's happened when I've written verses, like, you know, half a verse, you know, almost. Like, I don't know exactly, but a significant amount to make the verse almost ready. It's done. It was easy finishing that. And then just recently, and I think it happens when, it's time to reset, because I feel like as an artist, I killed myself so many times. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I killed my artist self many times, And this is just like another moment. It's like, how long will it be King Mizzle? Sometimes I just want to like make an album with a name. I'll have this thing. Maybe it's time finally. Just make an album with a name. That name never releases another album. And I just continue and make brand new names for every single album. And it's like, fun this game. And that's almost in a way where it's like I'm kind of like not letting myself lose in a way. So it's kind of cheating, and I'm kind of cheating myself. But am I? You know what I mean? Because when I do that, it's almost like I know when I step back and I hear myself say that, it's like, it's because, this industry and this game doesn't understand. And it's more draining trying to do that. It's more fun just making the music part. So might as well just keep making music and be some mystery artist, and who cares? The music gets low, and make it a fun thing. If certain heads from back in the day catch on, they catch on, and it becomes a fun thing. Then you kind of free yourself from any desires, you know what I mean, that are attached to like marketing your artist name as a brand. Then it just becomes the art. So I've been thinking of that too.
That's dope. Man,
That is dope. That is dope. In comparison to the mainstream, that's a weapon. Because you dropped it. Your album came in the midst of Nas. Me personally, in my rotation, I mean, Migos was there. It was Nas, and I think who was I listening to from the old school? I put the people in rotation. EPMD and King Mizzo. You see what I'm saying? And out of all of those people, you were a personal experience, as like you were saying, family. And that's something I didn't get from listening to Migos. I mean, Nas is who he is, but like you were saying, that creates, trying to make these different shades of who you are. You did that in the album. I think you did. So, but it's like a weapon against the mainstream. So either way you go, you can't lose, especially against, if you're comparing yourself to the mainstream, which is probably something we shouldn't do. That's personally, but I don't know how you look at it.
Yeah, see, I appreciate that too, brother. But when it comes to that part, I could sit anywhere at any given moment because, I feel like, hell yeah, I could stand beside so and so.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I could stand beside so and so. But will I be able to Will I be able to be manageable to be able to stand beside so and so at any point? No,
it better not be.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I won't be.
That's right.
I don't think we would have connected otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. That's the issue there. But I'm stubborn. I keep going at it. That's why it's like I feel like I don't want that part to ever get in the way. That's a game to me. That is the game. That's a game to me. It's like, at the end of the day, it's like when people listen to my music. When I used to go by the name of Unknown Misery and I had X amount of followers and like actual listeners that look forward to my drops and shit all the time. I had a good run, with that name, man. And I have people message me, often. Like, your music is like a little sad. That sad song really helped me during this time. You know what I mean? Or, send me a CD of your music because I need to make sure you label it because I'm in the, you know what I mean? I'm in a ward for the X amount of days. You know what I mean? I want to listen to some of the songs. And, like, those are the reasons that I feel like artists make music, and I consider myself an artist more than I do an entertainer. But I like to challenge myself and say, bun that. Why can't I stand right beside Kendrick, You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, man. In my book, you already are, man. That's what's in rotation, man. It's like we build our own playlist, like she was saying. I mean, there's no reason for us to have a underground playlist and then this is my playlist I play when everybody is around. Nah, everybody getting dumped into this playlist, and if Nas loses out to King Missile, then that's just how it is, and that's how it should be.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be, man.
Even the timing with the album, the song I have, the Give You Power track, this was like homage to Nas. That's why I was like, this is actually perfect timing. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to bug him a little on the other end if I can find other ways to get into his ear. I can just get into his ear right now. He just dropped an album. People are already dropping at Nas. So why not? Let's see. I'd love for this brother to hear what's going on. Like, there is this. I feel like it's I feel like that's another weapon in a good way.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
It is, man. It was genius. It was genius to already have the video out and everything beforehand. The timing and everything just seemed perfect for it, man. So you made the right call by dropping it when you did, man. It was right after America as well. So yeah, it's a damn good time. It felt natural, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm happy I got to drop it. People here motivated me to drop it. So like I'm excited, and then we get to keep it moving, even though I have to make some music videos. But let me drop some tracks then. But I'm not gonna. Who else here? I know GRYSKLL has some tracks. So, but what should I drop? How should I drop it? You know what I mean?
I think you should at least play one joint from Konoha King for the people who may not have heard it. I think you should at least give them a little Kiholo, and then we go into everybody else's whatever we got. Do we want to play some tracks, some of the references from the mixtape, or do we hold those off? That are some of them too rough to play in an environment like this? Or what do you think?
Let's hold that off till next one, and then get
Sounds
people
good.
in.
Yeah. Then we can close at 9 too. We can close at a decent hour tonight.
So I'm just gonna run a track then, and then whoever has tracks lined up, either send it to me or retweet that pin post about the space with a link, or just have it ready. Whatever's easier. We'll see what works. All right, so I'm gonna play one track.
I'm gonna shut this down because I'm gonna go get something to eat. So I'm gonna finish the space from downstairs. So y'all have a good night if anybody was there.